Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. Appreciate you coming over here to hang out with me, man. Today, big things to talk about on this very episode, man. Gonna do a thoughts on the Odyssey portion of the show today. I went to the theaters and saw that film, and I'm gonna give you my spoiler-free take on that movie. Also, on this episode, I'm filming this right after Comic-Con happened over the weekend, and we're going to talk about those big announcements that came from Marvel for the MCU films. They gave us some pretty interesting information, man. So we're going to talk about that on this very episode. So again, appreciate all of you. Like to remind you that you matter. You're capable of incredible things, man. Believe in yourself. Keep following those goals, follow those dreams, and things will work out for you the way they need to work out for you, man. So before we jump into that, quick update. I got my Rush of Fear pass for Halloween Horror Nights, man. Very excited about that. I, of course, talk Halloween Horror Nights on this here very channel as well. And there'll be more Halloween Horror Nights content to come. Check out the most latest episode where I joined up with Death Curse Club. We talked all kinds of fun stuff over there at Horror Nights, and there will be more episodes. We got hype lists and stuff to do and all that stuff, man. But that's a big update for me, man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in to the Odyssey, man. So I'm gonna pull up your poster for the YouTube viewers here while I give you some details on the movie itself. Now, this is rated R and considered an adventure action fantasy film, and the runtime is a whopping 2 hours and 52 minutes. And that's probably a good spot to start here because I did not plan on seeing the Odyssey in film in theaters, and that was kind of one of the main reasons there why I wasn't really thinking about seeing the movie in theaters, is because that runtime is very daunting. Now, granted, I have seen Endgame multiple times at theaters, and that movie's close to 3 hours long. The Batman I saw multiple times at theaters, that movie's close to 3 hours long. But those are genres like I watch a lot. I watch a lot of comic book action films, and of course, especially horror movies and all that stuff, man. But the Odyssey is like it's based on, I believe, Homer's poem is what they call it, or they refer to it as. And I saw people talking about they did projects and read it in school and all that stuff. I Not my school, that was not something that came up in my school, and if it did, I probably not paying attention. But the only book I remember them asking us to read in school was The Giver or whatever. But anyways, I was reluctant in seeing this movie in theaters and saw a little bit later than its release. Man, I saw it a couple days after its release. I didn't see it right away because I wasn't planning on seeing the movie in theaters. But what happened was I was watching Spider-Man videos, interviews, and all that stuff because that movie's getting ready to come out, and they start doing press tours and interviews and play fun games and all that. And I was watching that, and the next video it played afterwards was an Odyssey movie because, of course, Tom Holland, who plays Spider Man, is in the Odyssey and all that. And I was watching that interview, and I'm like, I like this freaking cast a lot, man. And the cast is an insane amount of talent. Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, as the before mentioned, Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, right? Freaking so many people in this movie. John Bartholomew, freaking Mia Goth is in this movie. Freaking, you just go on and on with names that you can just brother Safadi's in this movie. Freaking oh, I'm blanking. Lapita's in the movie, man. Like, there's so many insane talents throughout this movie and all that stuff. Embarrassment of riches, if you will, as far as the talent pool goes. And I was watching these interviews and all that stuff. I'm like, I like this freaking cast a lot, and I do like Nolan. I like Nolan a lot. With that said, the Odyssey is the first Nolan film I've seen in movie theaters since, and I kid you not, The Dark Knight Rises. I have not seen any of Nolan's other movies in theaters since that one. That was like the last one I saw in theaters, and no, it's not the last Nolan movie. The last Nolan movie I saw was Dunkirk. Dude is really, really good at, his job, right? And all that stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna go on a Wednesday. I'll go Wednesday and see it, right? I'm interested enough in seeing it. I know the cast is amazing. I'll check it out because again, this isn't like a genre of film that I seek out or anything like that. And I was like, I'll go on a Wednesday to see it. So mostly because I'm like, okay, Wednesday, nothing going on, right? I can go watch that, and there won't be a lot of people there, right? Wednesday, boy, was I wrong. That thing was freaking filled. Not filled all the way, but it had a lot of people in there, man. And I was like, holy crap, it's Wednesday. What are we doing? It's an insane amount of people that are in there. But this movie has done fantastic, no matter what the internet tries to tell you. And don't get me started on the internet and its ridiculousness toward this movie. But nonetheless, let's talk about the Odyssey itself. So the film follows Matt Damon primarily as our main character in the movie, and he has gone to the Battle of Troy and with his team, if you will, his group, his comrades, and they are traveling back, and that's the majority of what's going on with him. Is them on their way back, and they're just all kinds of things that you can run into, man, from the elements to mythical crazy creatures to just insane obstacles after insane obstacles on their way and their journey back home. And on the other side of things that are going on, you have a lot of things that are happening back home where he left 20 years ago, right? You've got his wife there, played by Anne Hathaway, who's dealing with trying to go as long and just hoping for all hopes that he's going to return home and that everything can be restored and all that stuff because the seat is left open, right? The seat is left wide open, and there's all these suitors that are now coming in and all that stuff who are going to try to get to her and want to be with her to become the new king and all that stuff. And in this whole same process of all that stuff going on, you got Tom Holland's character, who is, of course, the son of the king and queen here, and he's battling with the things of trying to figure out how to do this, and then he got to get on to, he's got to take over the throne, or is he going to take over the throne? He's on this stuff, and he's going to go on a search for his dad and all that, and it's just all these multiple stories involving each other. Robert Pattinson's a piece of crap. His character and all that stuff. He's one of the suitors in there and all that stuff. And his main goal is to get, of course, to that throne and to get to Penelope, Anne Hathaway's character and all that stuff. The most normal name in the movie, by all means. And they go through that whole process. There's just so much stuff going on, and just such a captivating storyline to everything that's going on, and the things you're seeing, and knowing that Nolan was making it as practical as possible and all that stuff, and just the way it all works and the film magic that he uses and all the stuff is just brilliant. And of course, very well acted. I mean, I mentioned they're all very talented performers and all that stuff, but I don't know if we forget how great Anne Hathaway is as an actress, but her performance in this movie, especially during some scenes with Tom Holland and all that stuff, and seeing the both of them together and seeing the way they're working, oh, so freaking good, man. Of course, Matt Damon's always awesome. A lot of people good in this movie, man. And just seeing the broad spectrum, like and just the sound that's going on. It's just this haunting sound at points in times with the score that's happening, that's making it ominous, and where they're going into on this journey and this battle, or whether they're on the open water, and you got lightning crackling and all that stuff, and the fury of the water and everything just looks so brilliant and big and fantastic and amazing. And the sound that's playing while this is happening is just roping you in. And I saw it in RPX at Regal. Freaking amazing. Sounded amazing. Was freaking shaking the seats with how loud it was and the sound and all that. Like, they very well put everything all together, man. And the 2 hours and 52 minutes, I believe it right there, never felt like that. Like, that the worry going in is like, this is going to be a long movie. I'm going to feel like I'm going to have to go to the bathroom at some point. I'm going to be bored or whatever. No, never once did that happen. Like, right from the beginning, I was captivated by everything that was happening on the screen, the things I was seeing, the way the stories they're telling, the way everything's working out, the way they point it all together and put the pieces together, and seeing the journey of how things go throughout the movie. Incredible, man. Like, an absolutely incredible journey of a film that I'm glad I'm going to go see this in theaters, because I don't think watching it at home is going to do it as much justice as watching it in a theater, man. Like, that was insane experience to do, and I'm glad I pushed myself to see that movie, man, because it was awesome, and it's got me wanting to go back and watch Nolan's other movies and just doing a whole thing with his films and all that stuff. But the Odyssey, fantastic. Absolutely deserves all the praise it's getting. Don't listen to the people. There are people who are just hating on this movie to hate on this movie. They're hating on it because of certain people that are in the film, and they're calling them by the wrong characters' names. And you can just immediately tell these people who are hating on the movie haven't even seen the movie. They just want to hate on it because they're stupid. I mean, yeah, I can't. The reasons why they want to hate on is beyond ridiculous. But the film is amazing. It is easily one of my favorite films of the year. Awesome film experience. As far as movies I've seen in theaters, one of the just great experiences of seeing that on that huge screen with the huge sound blaring down, all that stuff, and shaking the environment. So good, man. Like, I don't have a single inch of anything that there's some animal cruelty in the movie. I don't like that, but the movie itself is so freaking good, dude. Go see it while it's in theaters. It's doing great. It's doing really good in theaters. It'll be in there for a while, as it should be. I can see it winning all the awards, and it would absolutely deserve it by all means, because it's so good. Like, it's such a good movie, man. So that is my spoiler-free thoughts on the Odyssey, Chris Nolan's newest movie. Christopher Nolan? Christopher Nolan. I don't know if he likes being called Chris Nolan or not. Some people don't like that, man. But there you go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the news to talk about from Hall H over there at Comic-Con happened with the Marvel Cinematic Universe talk. And the first thing that happened when that panel began was big news, as they have announced Ghost Rider coming to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, played by Ryan Gosling, and will be directed by Sean Levy, man. So a lot of pieces around it, and we want to be excited about it and hope that it happens, because we do remember, they announced a certain Blade movie at Comic-Con a while ago, and that thing has never gotten off the ground. But I mean, this seems to have all the tools behind it that you would think would be ready to go. You got your director, Sean Levy. We know his work. We enjoy his work. And then you've got, Ryan Gosling, the powerhouse actor that he is, and all that stuff, man. So very interesting, very cool to see how that character gets involved and everything, and the way they piece that all together. That's coming out in 2028. They did a Black Panther 3 presentation during the panel. Not really a presentation. They just, talked about Black Panther 3 that was coming 2020. I got to pull my notes up real quick. 2029, I want to say. No, I would say wrong. December 15th, 2028, Black Panther 3, directed by, of course, Ryan Coogler. And they announced an actor for this movie. They have cast David Johnson. David Johnson? Yes. No. Yes, Johnson. Spells it different. Sorry. David Johnson to play T'Challa's son in the movie. Now, of course, time frame and all that stuff, how they work it out is, well, we'll do with movie magic and all that stuff. But he's not playing T'Challa. They're not a T'Challa from another universe or anything like that. He's T'Challa's son, who we were introduced to in Black Panther 2 towards the end of that movie. I think the end of the movie. Maybe a credit scene. I don't know. I haven't seen that movie since I saw it in theaters. But great actor, man. Really, really good actor. I remember him. One of my favorite movies from last year was The Long Walk, the Stephen King adaptation, and he was awesome in that movie. He was also in Alien Romulus last year, right? Was that last year? I think that was last year. Really good actor, man. So I think he's doing a really good job. We'll see how it works out, because they said he's Black Panther. And the last time I checked, Shuri was Black Panther. So I don't know what's happening between now and then, but obviously there's going to be a change of the mantle. And I don't know the ins and outs in the comic book storylines and all that stuff. But we do know Shuri's in Doomsday, because we got that trailer since the last time we talked, and my God, what a trailer that was. So freaking good, so awesome, so many questions, coming out of that trailer, but very cool trailer. And then the tickets released that day. Got them immediately, man. You got to get them immediately. This thing's filled up. Freaking Spider-Man this week, packed in my theater, man, at 7 o'clock on a freaking Thursday. Packed. Barely any seats left. Insanity, dude. Insanity. I haven't looked at Doomsday lately, but it was freaking mostly filled up too, and that movie ain't coming out till December. It is already that filled up, man. But what else did they do? They did the Doomsday. Did they do anything else other than Doomsday? They did the Doomsday thing, yeah. And they had the cast of Doomsday come out, which Haley Atwell was out there, and we know her, of course, Peggy Carter, and that was interesting. So because they had the cast up there, and she's apparently part of the cast in the movie, whether it's the flashback to, of course, the Steve scene that I haven't seen that teaser trailer in a while that they released for Doomsday with him dancing with Peggy, and all that stuff. But I don't know if it's going to be just that again, or if she has more of a role in the movie or not. I think the movie's close to 3 hours as well. And we'll see how that all works out. Speaking of, Endgame is September 20 something. September, I think it's like September 25th. September 25th is when that's back in theaters, man. I don't know if tickets are on sale yet, but they showed that, and they said that there will be footage of Doomsday or something to do with Doomsday in there and all that stuff. But they did that, and the fun thing was Deadpool showed up. Deadpool showed up at the thing to ask his goofy questions and all that stuff, but he was all gray. It was all gray Deadpool. But he was goofy. It was Ryan Reynolds' voice and all that stuff. Maybe Ryan Reynolds impersonator, but I'm pretty sure it was Ryan Reynolds. And, good, ridiculous fun of Deadpool and all that stuff, which is add the tease of, is he part of this movie? What's going on here? What's going to go on here with the old Deadpool? Is he in Doomsday? Where are we going with all this stuff, man? everywhere. This is where we're going apparently because everybody's in this movie. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people are in this movie, and so excited for it, man. So excited for both of these movies, man. I'm very hyped for Spider-Man coming up, and that'll be the next review. That'll be the next movie review here on this YouTube channel and audio listeners out there. Um, so excited for that, man. Can't wait to see that. And Doomsday, very excited to see how that all unfolds. A lot of questions going on there, especially after that trailer and things and scenes and all that was going on, man. Very interesting. So there you go. That's gonna do it for this episode, man. So I gave you my spoiler-free thoughts on the Odyssey, and then we talked Marvel's Comic-Con Hall H stuff. DC, I don't think DC did anything. It's unfortunate as a DC fan. I don't know. Didn't really hear much from DC. They did drop the Lanterns trailer, which looks very good to me. That's coming out next month. I feel like Marvel talked about Vision Quest, but I don't remember seeing much of anything coming out. Maybe that's just people lying on the OLX. We know they do that. People acting like Madam Web 2 was announced. Get out of here with your nonsense. But nonetheless, man, that's going to do it for this episode. Like at the front, like I told you, you matter. You're capable of incredible things, man. Keep following those goals. The things that need to work out for you will work out for you. And appreciate you. There's tons of freaking movie reviews out there. There's probably been plenty of movie reviews of the Odyssey since it released and all that stuff. And there's plenty of people talking about this Marvel stuff, man. But if you came over here and hung out with me this whole time, very muchly appreciate you and all that. And, again, just hope the best for you and hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, week, month, year. We'll be back with more stuff. Halloween Horror Nights is just around the corner. Going to be a lot of content coming up with that here on this YouTube channel. Of course, more movies to talk about. Spider-Man being the next one. So thank you at all and hope you have a wonderful brand new day. Let me get out of here. That was ridiculous. Bye.